How many heart attacks did you think Green Bay and Denver had over this past week?
Oh man, I know that right now Tom and Brandon Perna are in a hot tub. They rented a honeymoon suite.
Yeah, they're having wild, vicious sex right now.
Right,
With blow-up dolls, not with each other.
They're covered in Crisco and cheese and whatever food staple of Denver there is. I don't know if there's
craft beer. Yeah,
Brandon's pouring whiskey. I know Brandon likes whiskey.
Yeah.
And then
he's pouring the good stuff. He's pouring Macallan 25. That's what he's pouring tonight.
They're sitting in a heart-shaped hot tub together, just tipping beers with each other, just being like, "Yep, buddy, it was a good day to be a Broncos/Packers fan."
Mm-hmm. Well, I was hoping for the Kirk Cousins to Denver arc to really become a reality, but they could still get Kirk Cousins, 2-quarterback system.
Meanwhile, our quarterbacks are going to be Mitch Trubisky and Jimmy Garoppolo.
And they're going to overpay for Garoppolo, and it's going to be pretty bad. I didn't buy that Aaron Rodgers to Pittsburgh shit. There was no way.
No.
Pittsburgh has more issues than quarterback. Offensive line's a wreck. You have holes at wide receiver that you need to fill. You've got free agents there. Cornerback Joe Hayden's going to be a free agent. You have no idea what's going on with the defensive line and Stephon Tuitt, middle linebacker. So, unfortunately, you needed the picks.
Yeah, I think the thing is like with first of all, the salary cap just doesn't fucking exist. Okay?
And the salary cap is a social construct. It doesn't actually. All you have to do is convert all your money to bonuses. All you have to do is pay bonuses, and you will clear the cap. That's the only things signing bonuses do is like up your dead cap. Just in case.
I think I read the NFL Bible, and it says somewhere if thy write thy checks, thy salary cap doth not exist.
Mm-hmm. Dude, look what happened with New Orleans last year. All they did was restructure everything. Right. They got under $100 billion a cap.
Like the MLBPA could learn from the fucking NFL. Like, there's no actual salary cap.
Yeah, like there's none. Like all they have to do is convert bonuses, like or push it down the road.
It might work out better for these NFL players. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is going to be paid
$155 million guaranteed, man.
Yeah,
he's set. He is going to have fuck you money and then buy the Packers.
Yeah, he's going to be.
He will buy out every single person with an individual share. So Grossi, he's getting a paycheck for like maybe $500.
Yeah, he wants stock in the actual Packers. Like, that's what's going on. All right, so I don't think we were shocked as much about Aaron Rodgers going back to the Packers. I think that's been the narrative this whole time. There's been no real grumblings there. The real thing that threw us off today, obviously, was we get the news that Aaron Rodgers is going back.
Yep.
And then like an hour later, it's tweeted out that Russell Wilson's going to the Broncos, which just blew everyone away.
I had a feeling that Russell Wilson was going to get traded this offseason. Everything that was lining up, what happened last year. Seattle's kind of in a weird situation where they need to rebuild, but they're kind of at the point where they still want to cling on. I feel like Russell Wilson wants out. He doesn't want to waste any more of his time. So I definitely had a feeling that he was not going to be a Seahawk next year.
Yeah, the grumbling had been there for a while. Like, there's smoke there. Now, what Seattle got was a fucking haul. They got
massive haul.
Overall pick.
9th pick and second this year, second next year, first next year.
First and second next year.
Horsecock Locke, who's just a placeholder.
Yeah.
No Fant, which is huge.
Right.
Shelby Harris, which is probably more a placeholder, probably for cap reasons.
Yeah, they just.
And then a 5th, I believe. And then I think Seattle's trading a 4th.
So, yeah, Seattle did well to get rid of a guy that, I think, what is he at the end of his deal anyways?
One of them. I think he's like 34, 35. So, like, he's getting up there.
Big cap
hit. For a quarterback, I mean, that's a gamble by Denver, but it's one they had to take. I mean, your biggest issue is offense, and you need a big-time quarterback. I thought they were going to go big game hunting. So, losing Noah Fant sucks. Don't get me wrong.
What if they pull the okey doke of all okey dokes? Turn those 2 firsts into Deshaun Watson, because that's been the asking price, right? It's like, all right, We're not going to talk to anybody about Watson unless you're going to give up a couple first. Now,
here's my problem, though. Seattle doesn't. I don't know if they need Deshaun Watson because they've got bigger holes elsewhere. I think that would set them back.
So you saw last year, and I've said this multiple times. You saw last year what an elite quarterback on that roster gets you, and the answer is 7 wins, right? Because that is
6 or 7
fucking roster.
6 or 7.
Right. So if you get Deshaun Watson, yeah, I think the capital's worth more than Watson and all his issues. But if there is one place that Watson will be, accepted by the fan base because they're liberal, and they're
it's not even liberal. It's that they're just bandwagoners.
Yeah, that's true. But they're supposed to forgive and forget.
It's not about. Here's the thing: they don't forgive and forget when it comes to certain subjects like rape and sexual assault.
That's right.
They don't forgive that.
Or if you say anything,
and I feel like a lot of people don't. And it's understandable,
right? Or if you David Chappelle it or something, and make observations, you're not allowed to do that.
Wait, Twitter's not a real place. I thought it was.
Twitter is not a real place. All right, let's get to some supers before we get behind like everyone else. Also, hopefully there's a deal done today in the MLB.
I'm not holding my breath. I think they're still going to have some, I think it's still going to be a few more weeks. I think
so. Apparently, they're making a lot of both sides.
They said that last week, though. Everyone said progress and concessions, and they were still way off the mark. MLB might be throwing smoke up like the reporter's butt and say, hey, we're really close to a deal. We're really close to a deal. Yet you cancel games, yet you can still play 162. You're making arbitrary rules here.
Well, they just signed a huge deal with Apple. So
Apple Plus, their streaming service.
So watch Apple Plus, though, come in and be like, look, if y'all don't fucking figure this out, we're going to back out. And then maybe that money comes in and maybe that's a bargaining chip for the MLB to be like, all right, look, we know
baseball, MLB wants a 14-team playoff. They've wanted it for a while. They want that ghost win, which is just a pure gimmick. They're turning into NASCAR. They're trying to solve issues that don't need solved. And they're trying to make it appealing to a bunch of people that don't really follow baseball. I feel like people follow baseball for a quiet action. They want that playoff intensity. Yeah. And the pitch clock, I don't mind it for the regular season, but I feel like for the playoffs, I feel like getting that extra tension there, I feel like that's what makes playoff baseball.
They're trying to NASCAR it up, right?
They're trying to sports ball it. The problem is they're not. The problem is how big of a shift are you going to ban? I feel like having 4 guys in the outfield is ridiculous, but at the same time, you're trying to win a game.
I think they make a line. I think that they just say, hey, if you're the shortstop, you can't play past second base. I think that's honestly what they do. That's banning the shift.
Well, they're trying not to move the third baseman over first base side. That's what
right, but they're gonna make some zone of acceptable sway from the position. There'll be a position marker or some shit. I don't fucking know, but what I'm saying is they're trying to NASCAR it up when they should be Formula One-ing it. Formula One hasn't changed anything, and they're bigger than ever.
Formula One is just taking advantage of their mistakes. Look at NASCAR. MLB right now. They're about to get leapfrogged by MLS. MLS is already leapfrogged the NHL. Although both leagues are just tripping on their own dicks. So.
Yeah, well, the MLS they've got a it's a southern thing. It's a
more of a West Coast thing. I feel like too.
Yeah,
Portland Timbers, the Seattle Sounders,
different cultures dig the MLS. And we got plenty of different cultures in America.
Well, if you're Latino, you love soccer.
Tucker White, 94. After 2 great races at Fontana in Las Vegas, NASCAR might have found the fix with the 1.5-mile tracks with the next-gen car. Yeah, it was a good race. They actually had some green flag. Bowman and Larson came down to it.
And then Kyle Busch flipped shit again.
Yeah, but Bowman held off Larson. I was like, wow. The package isn't bad on the 1.5 miles. It's pretty good racing. We just got a fitty.
Ooh.
Fitty bomb. Fitty bomb. That's right. Marco Monroe. Guys, forget the MLB. There's is a better league on YouTube called MLW, Major League Wiffle Ball. It's been on since 2007 by guys currently in their early to mid-20s, and it's awesome. The games are well done and fast-paced, and they do 30 for 30. Wow.
I'll have to look that up.
Check that out. I wonder if Marcus Frisk is in that. Speaking of that, dude, oh my gosh, today I threw another bullpen session. The arm
I gotta get in the throwing. Because, like, I mean, that's going to be hell for me because, like, I can't aim for shit.
The arm's just not what it used to be, guys.
Well, you just got to readjust yourself, man. You probably haven't pitched in shit.
Oh, I haven't
20
thrown
years?
in a year.
Over a year, probably.
I haven't thrown about 18 months, so, like, it's getting there, but, like...
It's going to take a bit. We have 3 months.
Yeah, the shoulder where I used to throw from, like, it's not there yet. Like the control, the wrist action, it's not there. It'll get there. I'll get there in about a week. But if anyone that's on the roster thinks that they can just show up, I'm gonna sit them. Like I'm gonna be like,
I'm trying to up my
condition. Gonna get fucking killed.
Like that's what I'm trying to do.
I'm thinking for Scooter. And
like I'm probably gonna suck ass, but I want to suck ass a little.
Well, no, what I think with them, we only get a certain amount of outs. So I think with y'all, it's like I'll ask them if y'all can just see a couple pitches because you're gonna be like, oh fuck, dude.
Yeah, I'm probably I've never played organized baseball in my life. I played like pickup baseball or like baseball in a yard, but never organized.
So if you've never seen a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, it is frightening.
Well, I mean, what's the speed? Probably like 1 second from arm to plate. Maybe a little.
You see it. You see it. You just don't.
Well, you got to figure out the timing. That's the key.
Yeah.
Top speed. Guess what? If they have deceptive stuff, it starts up, and then you try to start your swing. Oh shit! It's in the dirt. You can't do anything with it.
See, like I'm not
trying to be overconfident at all. I think
I'm not scared of the speed at all. It's just you see it, and you're just like, all right, I
want a platinum sombrero. That's what I fucking want.
Yeah. But I think for the guys that haven't played, like I'll talk to the sock puppins and be like, dude, just throw some heat down the middle, give these guys a scare, maybe a sinker or something, and then we'll get to the real players. Like, dude, King of JUCO is
he's like a minor league pitcher, isn't he?
Something like that. Yeah, he's working out with Trevor Bauer right now. So and he's coming. Like,
yeah, like I saw him in the chat.
All right. Thanks for the super chat, by the way.
Thank you, brother.
Yep. The 50 bomb. Nick Leroy Belichick has bad coaches on his staff for 22.
No, he got his disciples, which means Belichick's going to do everything.
Yeah. Well, let's see. He couldn't get Josh McDaniels back.
No. Actually, that's a good thing for New England.
Yeah. Ain't nobody seen nobody. For Tree, assuming he never wins a title, would you be interested making a legacy of failure for Russell Westbrook?
For Westbrook, huh?
Not Wilson, Westbrook.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Westbrook. I think he's just like, it's not worth my time, so whatever. I mean, he's talking about death threats and like getting pissy about people calling him Westbrook. It's like, dude you're getting paid what, $50 million?
You don't want to be called Westbrook. Make some shots.
Actually, here's an idea. You want to actually do something? Don't go for the triple-double every fucking time.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good player.
That's a stereotype. Like,
he's sensitive.
He thinks of his stats over the team, and he's been pretty, like, kind of like whiny. He has that reputation. Because he's done that a couple times.
And he's a guy that's played hero ball when it's mattered and cost his team big time.
Well, remember that Damian Lillard from half court? Oh, it's okay because Russell Westbrook got a triple-double that game.
Remember when he was on the same team as James Harden, Kevin Durant, and himself, and they couldn't even get past the fucking Warriors, like with a 3-1 lead? Come on now. Alex Ibarra says, as a Seahawks fan, I want to commit, not breathe. Yeah.
Don't worry. It was inevitable, dude.
That roster's been declining for a while.
Yeah, like Wilson's been masking your flaws for a long time. And the problem is, like, what's next year? Like, you saw what happened when you don't have Russell Wilson at his peak. Like, you suck.
Yeah. And
you have some pieces, but for the most part, it's like you have no line. Your running game's inconsistent. You have maybe something in Rashad Penny, but he didn't show anything until the last month. DK Metcalf is insanely overrated. He did nothing after talking shit to Shannon Sharp. Your defense is suspect. Jamal Adams he's a hot mess because two first-round picks.
2 first-rounders for
a box safety, and then you had to pay him because you had no leverage.
Yeah.
I like Jamal Adams.
Yeah, and you haven't had like a good line in a long time. Carroll's getting old. Like, I don't know.
I mean, your blocker's getting old too. Dwayne Brown.
Yeah.
He's like,
You won a championship. You should have won 2.
Yeah,
If you weren't
you're
for
going to
fucking
be known
stupid.
for passing the ball on the 1 yard line instead
Right.
of that championship. But
That's why you don't. That's why you win the championship when you're right there. You give the ball to Marshawn.
yeah, unfortunately, I mean, if they win that title, you're thinking, are they a dynasty? Because there were 2 in a row. I mean,
Teams don't win 2 straight.
No,
doesn't happen. Except for unless you're the Patriots. Joey Overstreet, let's go. We got Danger Chef Russ Wilson. So you know what that means? The Broncos are going 12-5. It does suck to lose Shelby and Fant though. Yeah, right now I'm putting the over under on the
looks
Broncos
good
at 11 wins.
They needed offense. Their defense is really strong. I think it was ranked 3rd in the NFL. They single-handedly won against the Chargers.
Believe they traded Von Miller.
Yeah, I mean, and Shelby Harris. I mean, they have young pieces. Sartan looks like he could be a staple in that defense for a decade.
They could get Miller back.
Oh yeah, I can see him getting back, like a 1-year deal.
Yeah, he's a free agent. Like,
plus, I mean, you may finally get Von Miller and Bradley Chubb on the same line.
That would be some shit if they trade Miller, get a pick or whatever for him or whatever value they got, and then get him back.
Mm-hmm.
Connor Akers, feel the power of stellar football.
The stellar football. We're gonna get the Jimmy Garoppolo, and we're gonna get the Mitchell kissing titties, just like the Giants. We don't need no Aaron Rodgers. We're still good. To probably 7-9-1 bowl.
Listen, who would you rather have though, kissing titties or Jimmy Jesus?
That's a tough one because I feel like Jimmy G's going to cost you more than Trubisky, and I don't think
no risk for the Giants to bring in kissing titties. None. He'll. Of course. I don't want him.
I just don't think Daniel Jones is the answer. That's the problem.
Well, here's the thing. This is my worst nightmare. It's like, all right, if Daniel Jones does well, I wouldn't say worst nightmare, but this is a nightmare situation. Like, or if he does average, like maybe wins the division, like somehow accidentally.
So he's extended and you're screwed.
Well, that or they just tag him and they're just like, all right, let's see what he does. And then it becomes Kirk Cousins in Washington all over again. Mm-hmm. And like, it just, I don't know. It's like Jones has not done himself any favors by being shitty this first 3 years. So we'll see though if they make the playoffs.
Has like a hard on for keeping traditions alive. That's why he's still there. You're probably going to trade Saquon and a few other guys. So.
Yeah. All right, you read David Alsman. I got to take off my sweatshirt.
Do what you got to do, man. David Alsman. Any advice if I start making videos? Honestly, focus on the content first. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the views. Don't worry about the numbers or anything like that. Just focus on what you're doing. Try and find your style and personality. And honestly, try to have fun with it. Because at the end of the day, I mean, if you come into it thinking you're going to make a shitload of money and be famous, then you're done. Unfortunately, that's the sad reality of it.
Listen, I think what you should do is just message Pat McAfee
every
day until you get a shout out. That's
or maybe it's like, or you get blocked and he's like, stop fucking following me.
No, just what Tree said. Just focus on the content. Focus, like it's like stand-up comedy. Like you're gonna suck no matter what at the beginning. You know, if you go out and watch some old Veritasium, like some old quality YouTubers, their older videos suck too. So just learn, just do it. Like every week, upload. Like commit to uploading once a week. Or once a month, or be consistent. That's the one thing that I've seen where people fail is like they just give up because like I don't think giving up was ever a thing for me.
Yeah, I don't think I really saw it as giving up. It's just
right. You switch
from your downs. It's an inevitability, like any job.
Right.
And that's how you have to treat it. You have to treat it like it's a job.
Yeah.
Not that like, oh, you have to treat it like you just have to grind and be soulless, but I mean, just like treat it seriously.
Yes. Go for it. Chase your dreams. David Lim, Denver Broncos gun to Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
There's a lot of mile high going on in Denver right now, and it's not the weed.
Yeah, they're gonna be some Wilson babies coming out. You know how they're Super Bowl babies?
Mid-December? Oh yeah.
There's some.
If Perna has a baby in mid-December, we know why.
Perna's gonna pull the goalie tonight.
Yeah, He's going to pull a Martin Brodeur. He's going to shoot it from long range and put it right in that net.
Yep, he's going to pound it hard. He's going to go like, oh, man, the Wild just scored. Damn. Calvin Mallow. Calvin Mallow, how many heart attacks in this past week? 10, 3 because of the Packers news, and the other 7 because our diet is mostly cheese, beer, and sausage. Yeah, Packers fans are enjoying the time right now. You know what? I don't always find it great that you celebrate because the guy that you have is coming back. Like, you should be happy. Oh, is that Georgiev? Yeah. So Georgie's playing. Shesterkian.
You play. I mean, a lot of teams are playing every other day or back to back, so it's going to be a grueling schedule from here on.
Oh yeah, I think the Rangers have 30 games in 60 days or some shit.
Oh yeah, I think that's how everybody is, dude. I think everyone is like they are at like 55. Like I think the max. Let me check here. Max is at like. Teams with the most at 58 games, and you've got 24 games, and you have 2 months left. So you're playing every other game. The Islanders have 53 games, so they're probably playing every other day.
Shesty is playing so well. It's like he masks so many problems. Like for the Rangers, like it's scary, but also great at the same time. But it's gonna be interesting when the real games start being played. Sean Pinkerton, oh fuck, AFC QB is more loaded than John McClane's guns at Nakatomi Tower.
There you go.
And the Steelers is the one guy thrown off the tower into the Cops windshield. Where did they find these thugs in the movies? Like, you know, there's
I
always
think they're just like a team of international terrorists, if I remember correctly.
Right, but like they're so bad at what they do, like they always get guided by like some bad trick, like John McClane sneaks up on them and kill. There's always the long-haired thug.
Well, there's the guy who did it as a personal vendetta instead of just shooting him.
Yeah,
just put a bullet in his head.
Like, and those guys die like so quick. Like you don't just forget.
It's the key of plot armor. John McClane has that plot armor. If that happened in real life, you might take out 1 or 2 guys, but he's mostly getting shot.
Who is taking a crew and robbing a fucking Nakatomi, an entire tower?
I think there's like something like $600 million in like divestible bonds. That's why they did it.
They don't do hijackings anymore. You just drill a hole in the floor and steal all that shit. Or
you do it technologically.
The best way to steal money is just become a politician. You can just do it legally.
Yep, and then you can dictate policy so you get that money.
Right. Christopher Stuvstad. As a Hawks fan, I heard round ball rock when I saw the trade that shall be not named. Looking forward to 17 games of tank ball. At least Oregon State doesn't suck. I don't know who they're going to take at 9.
I think they might. Honestly, maybe Malik Willis. He fits the same profile as a Russell Wilson. That's the only thing I can think of.
I don't think Malik Willis will be available at number 9.
I don't know, man.
That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
A lot of people love Malik Willis, dude.
Got a little ear to the ground, and
you can thank the Steelers for that because
people were at the Senior Bowl and they said the scouts were all.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love Malik Willis. I loved his tape when he was at Liberty too.
And Kenny Pickett in his tiny little hands.
Oh no, he has 8.5-inch hands. Well, I mean, dude, Daniel Jones is what, a 10.5-inch hand, and he fumbles everything.
Like, how is Daniel Jones 10.5? I've got 9s. Like, I don't have big hands either.
It's not about the size of the hands. It's how you use them, man.
Yeah.
I've got tiny fucking hands, man. I got Trump hands.
My wife is always making fun of me for having small hands, and I have a 9-inch span. Look at this. Here, I still have the ruler from last week.
Yep.
Oh, wow. I'm way beyond 9. Yeah, look at that. All right, can we get this here?
You
read a super chat for this.
All right, okay, yeah.
Look at that. That's 9. That's 9.25.
No, that's not 9.25.
That's 9 and like an 1/8, right? And a 16.
Sure.
Right there. I got bigger hands than Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, and you aren't getting paid anywhere near as much. Smooth Criminal 12. I wish I could get paid $200 million to consistently get owned in the playoffs.
Oh.
But hey, there's nothing wrong with that. He let that team hostage. He secured that bag, son. He's going to afford the biggest mansion in Green Bay, and I am jealous of him because, I mean, considering hyperinflation, he'll probably be able to afford a loaf of bread by 2024.
He's single too. Like he broke up with Shailene, whatever her name is. Shailene Woodley. Now he's gonna be dating some supermodel that's available. Whoever's available now. Might get back with Olivia Munn. All right, keep going.
You know it, sir. David Krantz. Crazy day in football, and the Kraken extends McCarron for a 5x5. Jared McCann's been doing pretty well, so I'm absolutely happy for him. I didn't really want to see him leave last year. Jonathan Hill, dear Seahawks fans, welcome to the basement for next decade. Sincerely, a long-suffering Lions fan. What Seahawks fans? They're all going to be gone. None of them knew what life was like before.
They're going to go back to the 11.
Like, dude, you ask them who Steve Largent, Dave Krieg, or Cortez Kennedy are. They're not.
What?
Fuck, they are.
They don't even know. Yeah. Who? Steve Largent. Isn't
Dave
that
Krieg.
Our congressman?
Krieg. Isn't that German for war?
Yeah. Dave Krieg. You ask him who Jim Zorn is. They're like the coach for the Redskins.
They don't even know that. I mean, he was.
That's right. Olivia Munn did get married, I think. Olivia Munn.
Mm-hmm.
You keep reading.
Ball of the yard. MLB. We want to grow the fan base. Also MLB. Let's literally increase the size of the base and throw some games behind yet another pay service no one has. Exactly. It's gimmicks. They're expanding the base too, which is like, okay, what's the purpose of that? Is it for safety?
I don't know. I don't know what the purpose is.
I mean, I don't know what the purpose of
Olivia Munn is with John Mulaney, who divorced his wife.
She wanted that money.
That's what happens when you get funny and famous. People want to let you put your dick in them.
Ain't that the truth?
Yep.
Sir, random guy, urinating tree. Not only am I checking on 5 Points chair, but I will also keep an eye on your couch for giving it a Yinzer disease and deafness for healing. Still is.
You know what? Here, why don't you interview the chair for a little bit here?
All right.
Here, you interview the chair. Go ahead.
Can you point to me on the towel where he touched you?
The towel?
You point to me on the towel.
Oh,
he touched me right here in the no-no area. In the no-no area.
That is the stiffest towel I've ever seen. Like it does that. Can you write on that like a piece of paper? Like that towel is. It looks like it's been used a lot since that Super Bowl. What was it? Super Bowl.
It's a relatively newer towel, actually. There are some that are really worn out and old.
What else? What else you got? You got some questions for Five's chair?
Yes, I do actually. Have you pressed charges about Kadarius Toney yet?
Listen, I understand what happened that night. He had a little bit too much to drink. It was my fault.
Yeah.
I knew that he was in a bad mood. I should have just gotten out of the way. But I told everyone that I fell down the stairs.
Did you know that the Wild just scored? It's now 2-0.
Fuck.
Actually, that is true. It is now 2-0. Don't worry, my Pens are losing 2. We're playing the Panthers.
All right. What do you have any more questions for me, the chair? Before I go?
I don't. If you're going to keep doing that, you're just gaslighting it, man. You are just gaslighting that shit so hard.
Hey,
let's go to that one.
Gaslighting right in my fucking seat.
Right. Lots of poor gas going out there. That one guy for 5. First, as a Lions fan, I don't care that Rodgers is returning. We are in a rebuild along with the rest of the division. Pretty much.
Oh, hey, look, it's the chairs. Thanks for doing the show, buddy.
You're hilarious. Hilarious. Sir Random Guy, another thing I am torn. The Wilson is gone, but hopefully Locke could spit bars into a championship and then do that weird like little dance he does. Like
he's always rapping on the sideline. They're gonna love him in Seattle when he throws 4 picks while he's rapping.
Oh, dude, just wait till he goes on tour with Macklemore. They will burn that stage down.
Drew Lock and Macklemore.
Is Macklemore still a thing? Because I know he was years ago.
Sure he is. I haven't. Yeah, has he come out with music?
I have no idea. Probably. It's just like, oh wait, nobody likes
pop some caps
like a pop rapper from Seattle who's white.
He went downtown, and then now he just disappeared. Macklemore. More like Locklemore. Haha, Death Killer. I see you.
Andrew Meyer. As a 49ers fan, I'm very happy that I can now root for Wilson. I've always loved this game, and he's a great, albeit weird dude. Good luck, Denver.
He is a little weird, but he's married to Ciara.
Rodgers, I mean, whatever. Yeah. I mean, what would you do? Would you rather bang anyone you could or save your marriage for, like, the hottest girl you know?
Depends. Is she a freak? Like, I mean, you know.
I don't know, man.
It's pretty. Looks isn't everything. I've learned that.
Oh, of course.
The thing is like someone's always sick of somebody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Everybody say looks is something, but like, why didn't you make it work? I'm like,
yeah, it happens.
It's not all about. A lot of people got divorced in this
pandemic, dude. A lot of people did.
Yep.
Vaccinated 5. Honestly, the draft this year will be very interesting, and we'll be streaming it, of course. Jordan Davis is a monster, and overall, the draft class this year is scarily fast, including.
All right. How much combine did you watch?
Little bit, not too much, though. I mean, I know Jordan, all the halfbacks skip the 3-cone in the shuttle, and it's like, isn't that the point of being a running back? Elusiveness?
Jordan Davis, absolute stud. His stock went
defensive tackle. Like, he's one of the guys I want on the Steelers.
Yeah. He's going to be a guy that can run end to end and chase down quarterbacks trying to run out of the backfield for sure. Dude,
Evan Neal is like 330. He looks like a stone sculpture.
He might go 1-1, Evan Neal. Like, this is a very line heavy draft.
The thing is, though, with Cam Robinson, they gave him the franchise tag. Do you think they put Evan Neal on the right or they move Cam Robinson to the right?
I mean, it'd be so dumb to pass on Neal.
Unless you're getting Thibodeau or Hutchinson, and then you need the NHL.
See, for the Giants, like I hope Hutchinson is gone because I want Thibodeau at 5, but he might not even be there.
I don't think Thibodeau's going to 5.
That's what I fucking hate. And then you're just kind of left in this.
You're probably going George Karlaftis.
Yeah, but I'm like, get alignment, get the best.
Linderbaum, you'll probably get with your 8th.
Yeah, well, that's the thing at 5 and 7, or it's not 8. I think it's 5 and 7. They've got options. Like I think they'll go. Yeah, Ikem could be a possibility.
Down and get more picks if you're smart.
I don't know. I think that they just take BPA, best player available, and call it a day. All right.
Well, you don't have Dave Gettleman, so he will be able to trade down.
Yeah. Connor Akers, who do you think you are? I am Pete Weber. That was what, 10 years ago, the anniversary, the greatest quote on earth.
I think he just
the story of that.
Yeah, I think there was a fan heckling him, or he pretended there was a fan heckling him.
No, there was a 12-year-old kid.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was like something he was like flipping out, and then like he was like using that as his fuel, and that's why he was flipping out.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay,
whatever you got to do to psych yourself up.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah, I don't think that's what he meant to say. Like, I think he said, whoever you think you are, I am, or whatever. But like,
whoever do you think you are, I am the best. Probably
yeah. Yeah, he was trying to say something, but he was so emotional he couldn't even speak. That's how we are on this stream every day. Mm-hmm. Spartan Win. Dear Seahawks fans, this is your reminder that either Drew Lock or Geno Smith is going to be your QB1. Have fun.
Well,
no, they might draft somebody.
And then he'll probably overthrow DK Metcalf, even with his freak speed.
Listen, the art of the tank, it's real. It's real. Yeah.
They're going to go for Caleb Williams.
Or the Rammers line. So you two, the Sandlot poster, do you need broadcasters? Because I know a few ladies and gents that are open to help y'all with that. Are they professionals? We need like real professionals. Because I want to do some broadcasting here. I want to be like,
you muted yourself, dude.
Because I want to be like batting now for the shit posters. This is a guy that obviously didn't come in shape for this contest right here. You know him better as urinating tree.
Hey,
right
hey, circle is a shape. That's all I'm going to say, buddy.
Oh,
and there he goes, swinging and missing.
Right,
and
he's going to step into the box.
And look, and there's a bald man right there arguing with the umpire, and now the umpire is waxing him
with a very nice turtle wax that comes with free with every purchase of a ticket. Turtle wax for the win.
Listen. All right. Here comes the pitch, a 90-mile-an-hour fastball from one of the sock puppets here. Tree has just started his swing and has completed it right now. Now, the scouting report on Tree is that he has no vertical leap and runs a 90-second 40.
90. Ooh.
Yes.
I was going to put it at 100.
I think Tree's only hope is that his fat hangs over the plate and it gets hit by a pitch.
Ah, you're very funny.
Did your wife bitch about that shit the other day? Wow, you're sleeping on the couch tonight, asshole.
Up now. His wife has told him he can no longer fat shame his
and he's striking out and going right to the blue ball pen of death.
Dude, I'm gonna be so be so bad. I'm gonna be just so bad. It's
good. I'm gonna heckle you the whole way. That's what you get.
I got 3 months to get in shape, and I'm just gonna be. But I do want to do some play-by-play and be like RBT up here. He's swinging a bat behind his head. We got, dude, King of JUCO is like a stud. Like, so we got some decent players. So Baseball Quotes was a D3 player. We got King of JUCO that's coming. We got RBT, who's a decent player. Giraffe Neck Mark played in high school. We got some other guys that are gonna fill out the roster pretty good. And then I think the second day we're gonna try to do an inter squad game. So we should
probably be a little easier.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah, that way, like guys that didn't get to play or saw 3 devastating sliders from some JUCO, from some fucking college kid that's gonna play for the Mariners next year. Like, at least you'll get some at bats.
Mm-hmm.
Replay. So on a scale from 1 to totally screwed, what is Seattle right now?
It's steel beams. That's what they are right now.
Yep,
because Pete Carroll is still around and Schneider is still around, and you're welcome to hell.
Here's the thing, right? You get rid of Wilson, you have like a 6-win season. Now you have the excuse to fire Carroll, right? Because you can't just fire.
He'll retire.
Yes, that's good. He'll retire. And then you just start over again. All right. Well, I got to do something real quick. You read the next.
Man, you're going to the fucking jacking off center more than I.
I'm going to the jacking off.
Sure you are. Daniel Shell. Since I turned 36 on Saturday, can I get a Stellar's Guinness Super Bowl? What honestly do the Patriots need to get number 7? I'd say a well-rounded unit. You need Mac Jones to round.
Mac Jones, baby. Mac Jones.
Oracle Jones.
I'm sorry. You know what I did off camera? I pulled one of my nose hairs because it was sticking out. It looks like I just did coke, and I'm just.
Dude, my nose looks like I've been doing coke for like 3 years.
Have you ever partaken in the booger sugar?
No, I've not.
You don't seem like the type that's ever done anything other than get drunk and piss in your own bed.
Well,
like that's
a little weed here and there, but it didn't work.
You've done weed? No, you haven't.
Oh yeah, as I said, it doesn't mesh well with my system, so that's why I don't.
Oh, see, that's how I am with like painkillers or oxy. That stuff wires me up and makes.
That's probably that'll fuck me over.
Yeah, I don't like that kind of stuff, but I would tell you, in my younger days, little booger sugar never hurt me.
Yeah, you were doing a little.
Yeah, I would not be able to do it now because I would get too anxious and then I would have a panic attack and I'd be like, I'm 45. What am I doing? All right.
No, you're trying to get your midlife crisis in. You're going to Vegas and then you're going to do it off a hooker's like stomach. That's how it always goes, right?
Sure.
That's how it always goes, right?
Is that how you envision your first line that you ever did? Would be off
your next line.
Some hooker's titty.
Yeah, that's
a fucking strip club.
Sure.
What did you read?
We are on
that one guy.
We are on we're on that one guy right now. Okay. Second is the Chiefs are my second team. I feel the need to welcome Russ to the AFC West. Our battles will be legendary.
AFC West is damn stacked, is what it is. If Derek Carr is the worst quarterback in the association, man.
What do you do if you're the Chargers?
Just keep developing Herbert. Herbert's a great quarterback. Like, just keep giving him weapons. They signed Mike Williams today. or
Mhm.
re-signed him. So
Yeah, they gave him a lot of money.
they gave him a lot of money to be around for a long time. Francisco Ibarra pumped up for more F1 testing this weekend. The cars this year are absolute sex. Bahrain GP next weekend. You know, the only design change I really noticed was they put a wingette on the front wing on the two sides to disrupt that air going over the tire. But still, yeah, the cars are awesome. And then Drive to Survive comes out on Friday too, season 4. I cannot wait for that. The finale is going to be amazing. Red Rhino 49, Lao Cow of the week, Calvin Ridley. So that's how much happened today.
Calvin Ridley, like, here's the thing though. He was away from the team, and I think he bet like $1,500 in parlays. Like, that's a nice parlay. $11 million bet, $15 million parlay. I'm not saying he's wrong, but when the NFL, like, they're in bed with gambling companies, what do you expect was going to happen, dude?
Someone.
There's a spammer.
Yeah, I get the spammer.
Yep, I'll take care of that.
Yeah, get him out. Come on, mods. What are you doing?
I got it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We got it.
We all got it. We're good.
Yep. Yeah, that's not the way to grow your channel, by the way.
There's a lot of dubs in there, man. A lot of dubs.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Calvin Ridley. So here's the thing. Like, why did he bet on NFL game? Like, he couldn't bet on college games that were going on.
Well, here's the issue too. Like, there's probably a deal. He probably used code word clickbait. He saw one of our shows. It's like, you know what? I'm going to get in on that deal. It was probably Thanksgiving. It's like, you know what? They're giving me all this money and free bets. If I choose like the Bears over the Lions, you know what? I'm going to take it.
He just couldn't resist the 250 to 1 odds on the Super Bowl. And he was like, I'm going to use clickbait. And someone said on Twitter that his name was Calvin Ridley from the Falcons. That was his username.
I think that's a joke, but still, that's hilarious.
And it had a blue check mark on it.
Dude, if you're going to do that, you got to do a VPN, and then you have to do just...
So, well, apparently he was in Florida, so he had to VPN in or he used the legal app in the state.
Yeah.
Like, I think he truly didn't know that he wasn't allowed to bet on, like, I don't think it was his actual intent to break the rules. He just fucking did it stupid.
I don't think anybody really enforces it, because the last one who's really been banned for gambling is what? Arch Schlichter? Jim?
Yeah.
I don't know, Jim Druckenmiller?
Here's the thing, like, it's so hypocritical. So you can he's at home in Florida. He can walk into the Hard Rock Seminole and gamble his ass off on blackjack.
Oh,
but he can't bet on games he's not involved in, which I think is a terrible precedent. You can't have NFL players betting on games because they could call somebody up and be like, you know, I put $500 on y'all.
That's, I don't know if that's going to really fly. Like, if you're actually in like games, I don't agree with betting.
Yeah, but Ridley was away from the team on a mental health something or whatever.
He apparently didn't watch football. He probably just
he was betting on games, and now he's banned for a whole season. So that sucks, man. Like,
yourself $11 million.
You're gonna get a paycheck for a whole. You should come on clickbait and use code.
Use code word. Code word tree or clickbait, not code word GPS. Fuck code word.
Connor, fuck GPS. They haven't even come in here yet.
No, they're waiting for their own show, man. They're gonna make their money.
Connor Akers, you know it's embarrassing for Jags fan when there have been more Jake Paul fights than Jaguar victories over the last 2 years. That is pretty embarrassing. Yeah. Only 4 victories over the last 2 years. Patrick Lamb, I feel like I'm the only Bears fan that knew Rodgers and Adams would stay put because we can't be happy. Bears are in pain right now.
Well, that's what the Bears do, man. I mean, listen, he's going to have enough money to buy a good chunk of the Chicago Bears. So he can.
Here's the thing. If you don't want Aaron Rodgers to continually dunk on you, get better, okay? The Giants won 2 Super Bowls
but their owners keep like handicapping them. You don't know how bad the McCaskies are.
Yeah, but the Giants won 2 Super Bowls when Tom Brady was in his prime, when Tony Romo was there against Donovan McNabb. Like, just get better. Fucking suck. Go out and win some games.
But that
Roger Zion.
Man, you still have Ted Phillips. You still have the McCaskies. That ain't happening. You hire dudes named Matt and Ryan as your head coach and GM, probably because you were too lazy to change out your nameplate cards. So
Dodger of Zion. I just love it when my car's charging unit craps out. At least my Gamecocks won their conference turn. Oh wait, is it your alternator that's bad or just the little
hybrid? So like it probably like that kind of charger.
Oh
It's
yeah.
best to use gas.
Yeah, I forgot that there's these electric vehicles. Now everyone's going to be driving an electric vehicle by the end of the month when gas prices go up.
I mean, the problem is, what do you do with the other cars? And then you're going to have a huge supply issue unless you convert every single engine and transmission into a electrical car.
Here's the thing with an electrical car, right? It only has a range of 300 miles. So if
there's a range of that, you got to make sure there's a charger. It takes a while to charge. And also don't forget that you're also hurting the environment with electrical charges too. You got to be careful.
that and lithium.
Lithium ion.
We mine lithium from conflict areas in Africa. So everything comes at a cost. Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's green energy. You know that,
right?
Like
everybody sits here and tries to feel better about themselves, and they're making a difference. We're not making a difference.
We're not making a difference. I mean, the only way to make a difference is if it's like 8 billion people making that difference.
Right. It's not even that. Every day
is if we live like we're in Venezuela, like that sort of shit.
Every day you get up, you're ruining this planet. So it's all your fault, Tree.
Lithium is mined in Virginia.
Okay, and Nevada.
There's a lot of lithium
also coming out of Bolivia. Wow, I didn't know that it could come from Oblivion.
The Oblivion portals? Fuck yeah.
Yes. I want to eat his children. Right. King Quest 710. I feel bad for Arthur Blank. This is the second time a player did him dirty. Thanks, Ridley, you bum. Yeah. Ridley was a pretty high draft pick, too.
He was first.
They got Kyle Trask. Or what's it? Yeah,
they have their best wide receiver right now is Olamide Zacchaeus.
What about the tight end?
Kyle Pitts, yeah.
Pitts, my bad, not Trask.
I traded him for 2 firsts.
Yeah. Jerway. Hope the Rangers lose today. They're playing my Wild. Well, they're on their way. Thank God that Shesterkin isn't playing Wild up 1-0 at that. It's 2-0. So
2-0.
Don't feed Phil. Russ is gone from the NFC, and Aaron and Devontae are back. What a great day to be a Packers fan. The Seattle Sea Chickens are back, baby.
Don't you worry, man. They're going to lose in the NFC Championship again. We're going to be talking in about 10 months. Maybe, 11 months.
11 months.
And we'll be sitting here just enjoying our coffee and just sitting there laughing at Tom Grossi, and he's just like, are you fucking kidding?
Where is Grossi? Get your ass in here, Grossi.
Probably do a Buffalo Bill impression.
I don't care if you
alive to get the perfect body to imitate Aaron Rodgers when he retires.
I don't care if you streamed earlier today. Get to work, little bitches.
Let
Hassan, is there a chance you could do a Legacy of Failure vid on the Ottawa Senators, Tree?
It's a little too early. I've been thinking of another vid for the Senators in the future, like their 93 to 97 or 98 era. Like that was bad.
Brutal.
They were completely terrible. They nearly moved every year. I think they were at financial issues repeatedly.
What do you think is the worst stretch for a team in all history?
Probably the Bengals 90-04. That was a bad stretch.
I would say the Kings right now are going through
Kings.
Yeah, one of the worst stretches in
Mariners are up
history. Yeah, Mariners were decent last year, though. They won 90 games, right?
I haven't made a playoff game in over 20 years.
That's true.
Well, with expanded playoffs, it could help.
Well,
the Twins were in a bad stretch
14
too,
teams.
Again, 18 consecutive losses.
See, here's the thing I don't like about the 14 teams is like
it puts mediocrity on a pedestal. That's all it does.
Yeah. And baseball is one of those games where a team can get hot late and just roll through. Like winning the division should mean something. Being good all year should mean something.
I've always felt like baseball was about persistent excellence.
Right.
That's how I've always felt it.
Yeah.
Even if you have a dark stretch, you at least, you have enough momentum where it doesn't feel like it's a fluke win. Like even the Cardinals in 06, when they were really bad, they found form at the right time.
Yep. David Krotz. Being a big Devils fan, is there any chance the team could get better? Hughes has played well, but our goaltending is horrible. Who could help them? The Devils, I know the Rangers played the Devils the other day, and it was a bloodbath. Goalie play is sus. Don't they have those two twins on the Devils, or is that the Blackhawks?
It's the Blackhawks. Caleb
The
and Seth.
Blackhawks has the Smith twins.
Well-
You need to add the other Hughes brother somehow, and you need to, it's just been
Well, there's
bad for the
actually
Devils.
two brothers. You have Luke and Quinn,
Yeah,
and there's another Jack Hughes in this draft, I believe.
really.
Yes, unrelated.
So I mean, look what the Rangers did. They tanked for a while. They had some bad seasons, and they're back. They have Adam Fox. They've got Chris Kreider playing his ass off. They've got Shesterkin, and they've got Panarin and Zibanejad. So it rebuilds take time in the NHL, but I would say they're more attainable than any other league because of the way that things ebb and flow in the NHL. It's the best league for parity because they actually went through the fucking, unless you're the Coyotes, then you're just trash.
Yeah, and you're moving into a stadium with 5,000 people, so I felt
You're moving into a college arena that doesn't even really. Anyways, what's your favorite sports film?
Approved.
Connor Akers, what's your favorite sports film? Mine is Dodgeball. Mine will always be Major League.
Major League's a good one.
Kako's hurt, by the way, Billy.
Oh,
He's coming back.
Naked Gun. Would you consider that a baseball movie?
Ooh, yeah. I mean, it's not. That's not.
It's not the full movie, but there's a huge segment involving
It's the greatest baseball scene ever, for sure. But I wouldn't say it's a baseball movie.
Yeah.
It's got to be a movie about sports,
Hmm.
like where the main plot is sports. I would say mine will always be Major League. It's my
Major
favorite
League
movie.
Field of Dreams is pretty good. Bull Durham.
Bull Durham's good. Bull Durham. All right. ABQ Doom, thought on upcoming March Madness. I don't even know. I hope Auburn makes a deep run. I hope VCU makes it in. Yeah.
By improbable double dribble, that's not called.
And a foul by Samir Dowdy that should not have.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course. They wanted Virginia to win that year. Come on.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, that double dribble did happen too.
Arizona's beating Detroit right now 6-1.
Wow.
Detroit is weird, man. Like
Slap
they're
Shot is a great movie.
Yeah, Slap Shot. That's another great one. I need to see that.
Great movie. Michael Orme, 5. I was laughing my ass off at your pain last year, and I can't wait for your Giants to derp again on draft day. Also, Seattle has 2 first-round draft picks this year. Gonna miss Wilson. No, you will not see me melt down this year.
No, you said that last year, and look what happened.
No, you will not see me melt down because there is no way to fuck up a 5 and a 7. No way to fuck that up. Like, I cannot be angry with whoever they take. Honestly.
I don't know, man. You'd be surprised.
Unless they take some fucking shit. Like if they take someone like just completely off the wall at 5. If they take a wide receiver at 5,
They're not going to take a wide receiver.
I will renounce. I will be like
Like what? Are they going to go after Chris Olave?
I will be like Hakeem in fucking Coming to America. I will renounce my fandom. I renounce my fandom. If they take a wide receiver, which they won't. They will not. They will not take a wide receiver.
They're not. You're going to get a free large soda though. They're going to up it from a medium to a large.
James Amadei. I hope the NFL drops the 2022 schedule soon.
It's going to be for a bit.
There's a date for that. You don't have to guess. It just shows up. That one guy, you two would be great play-by-play commentator. What we should do is do play-by-play for porn, though. It's like,
all right, here he's coming up from behind. What do you think, Tree? Do you think he's going to go with the classic doggy style, or maybe flip her over?
Censor it a little bit and then do it. I mean, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Get some really like fucked up like shit too, like weird stuff, like stepsister in the laundry tub or something weird like that. It's like, looks like she's caught in a little bit of a pickle, quite figuratively and literally.
Hey, look,
think about stepsisters, you sick fucks. Get a job.
He's kissing her on the strikes, and she's kissing him on the balls. All right.
anyways. Okay, keep going.
Bad Take Sports for 5, thank you. And Soupy Spirit, how long before Seattle gets a Winter Classic? As bad as the Kraken are, the support is great. Also, shout out to the Panthers' new arena coming to Fort Lauderdale. Let's go Panthers. There you go.
Yeah, I think Winter Classic would be great. It's just, you got to make sure it's an overcast day, but no rain. Rain would really disrupt a Winter Classic.
Going for a practice home. I don't know if it's an arena.
Hard to maintain that ice if it's raining. Anyways, all right. Bad Take Sports gave us $4.99.
Jacob Tobin, happy 2-year anniversary COVID on Friday. And then
I like all the people that swear they had COVID and before they're like, yeah, I had a headache in January.
You had weirdly sick like a couple times.
Some people swear they had it in fucking 2013 and shit. Like, I had that shit. I don't
know about that. I think they didn't have the gain of function back then.
Dude, I had COVID. That shit sucks. Man.
Yeah, it was
shit sucked. Press 1 in the chat if you actually got COVID. I want to see how many who actually had it. Daniel Sell had it in 99, so I believe him.
Yeah. I had the COVID in 1917, the original COVID of the Spanish.
Right, Dan Young had it. Cole Staunch, Jazzy J, Ibarra had it.
The Mayan.
Can't say them all. David Lynn had it. Did anyone die from COVID? Press 1.
As I said, I had a family member on the brink of death, but they didn't die. Thankfully.
Yeah, somebody at our church did pass away at my wife's church. Tiger only had half of it. I get it. Mm-hmm. Nick Leroy had 42069 COVID. John Durnwell is dead. Ryan Walker says, does AIDS count? Yes.
Yeah.
COVIDs.
Mm-hmm. Right.
All right. Shell has avoided it. Mm-hmm. All right. Keep going. Oh, Herman Cain died. I think he died a while ago, didn't he?
He died like over a year ago.
Yeah.
And also Roy from Siegfried.
Oh, yes. He died from the COVID. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And those
Lamb says he died.
Like those two meme guys with the plastic surgery in France, they died from it too.
Yeah. That's right.
Hall of Memes.
One of the Milli Vanillis. Okay. Keep reading. Where are we? Hall of Memes. Yeah.
Hall of Memes. Any predictions for the NHL trade deadline?
Rangers going to add a defenseman. I don't know who, but the Rangers going to definitely add defensive depth.
Please.
Right. Who?
Please be a first-round pick for Ben Sherratt.
No, I will not accept it. See, the Rangers, they don't need to panic. They've got $23 million in cap. They've got a great core. Everyone's signed for a long time. They don't need to do anything drastic.
We've got some big news, by the way, in the NFL world. Harold Landry has reached an agreement on a massive 5-year, $87.5 million deal with the Titans that includes $52.5 million guaranteed. So he was not franchise tagged, but they get an extension done.
No, I'm sure everyone's happy today. Even Kevin Von Michael Magnum's happy.
Well, I think they're going to be pissed because they have no quarterback.
Yeah, well, Ryan Tannehill is, but
he's not going to lead you anywhere.
Daniel Sell, Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory at WrestleMania. Let's fucking go.
You know how bad would we be at wrestling? We'd be so bad.
Wrestling is just pain.
Well, it's a different argument because it's fake, but it's not fake at the same time.
Well, dude, okay. So
moves in the turnbuckle, that's real.
So I did jiu-jitsu, right? And I'm not equating jiu-jitsu with professional wrestling. Now, on some days you do stand-up where you do takedowns, and if you do judo, just being picked up and thrown in a variety of ways is grueling on the body. It is just falling over repeatedly. So I have mad respect for professional wrestlers.
I know
falling that often hurts.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they get into drugs and alcohol, man, to heal the pain.
And they shoot steroids directly into their peepees.
Mm-hmm. Dark Hawkeye for 5. Go Longwood Lancers for making the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history. Proud of my alma mater. You could have made up that name and we would have believed you.
Longwood, isn't that in Farmville, Virginia? I think.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it sounds like something out of that
Longwood
would do.
Yeah, I think is Longwood near Moorhead.
Mm-hmm. Not sure.
Yeah.
Uxinator for 2. By the way, Jacksonville State got a Mickey Mouse bid to March Madness.
Isn't that Deion Sanders school, Jacksonville
No, it's
State?
Morehead State.
Morehead State.
Yep, Morehead State, and he actually got a few toes amputated.
What?
Yeah, I was like on the headlines earlier today. I'm not sure why. I mean,
Who got toes amputated?
Deion Sanders.
He had toes amputated?
Yeah, like I just saw it in passing. I'm like, okay.
What? Deion Sanders toes. I'm Googling this now. You read news about amputation toes and Deion Sanders. Wow, he had blood clots. Wow.
Probably from COVID.
Damn.
As I said, I mean, that's.
Oh, damn. They got pictures of these fucked up toes. Put that shit away, man.
Don't worry, man. He's Deion Sanders. He can afford that kind of shit.
Ugh. I guess he's not going to be running any 40s anytime soon as Leon Sandcastle. All right. Keep reading.
I accidentally shut off the YouTube thing. I got to reload it.
Where were we? Hollow. Watch them draft 2 QBs. Yeah, the Giants.
Right?
See, I said Jackson State. That's right, Toon Link, man.
No, you said I said Morehead State.
I didn't. It's not Morehead State. It's Jackson State. That's what I said.
Uh-huh. I think you're lying.
You had it wrong for once.
Whatever.
Do not Google Deion Sanders toes. That's like as bad as blue waffle. That was awful. All right, keep reading. And let me bring in
now. Dan Young for 10. I have a $100 super chat for 5 if he can show absolutely no emotion when the Giants screw up another draft derp. I'll be disappointed when that happens. You're prepping your 1,000-yard stare. There you go. We need a Dagio for strings playing in the background.
I'll do anything for $100. Okay.
Yeah, you'll suck dick in the back alleyway for $100.
I will.
I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen.
That always cracks me up when someone's like, "Would you suck a dick for $1 million?" I'm like, there's people that do that shit for $10 and do it way better than some straight guy that's doing it for $1 million. Like, come on. Who's offering $1 million for a blowjob?
Probably
nobody. Ain't no blowjob worth $1 million.
Maybe
Kraft.
20. What if it's Robert Kraft?
Maybe 20.
Alex Ibarra 25. Would you guys consider a lemons race? In a sense, buy a car and race it ready, all for under $500. There is more on info on the 24 Hours of Lemons page. Would make for great content.
I've heard of that. I think Donut Media covers that. So you go out and buy a car for $500 and then you just race each other in a drag race. Like, that sounds hilarious, but I don't think I would do it. I'm just saying. All right. Hold on. Alex is on break at work. Let's bring in Alex here.
I have 5
in
minutes.
the kitchen. He's got to clean things up with his red Dodgers cap. Speaking of Dodgers. Oh, he's drinking a Monster so he can make it through his fucking shift.
Hey, I'm the full 5-finger death punch here. I got the hat and I've got the can of Monster.
This stuff is so bad for you, man.
It is. I'm going to die probably. I'm going to get a kidney stone.
Drink 4 Locos instead.
Dude, you got to get off, man. That girl's bitching at you.
Yeah, she's like, hey, get back to work, Moreno.
I got 3 minutes before I
Oh, 3 whole minutes.
3 whole minutes. That's some BS.
What's up, Dodge? Are you
because the Seahawks just finally admitted that they have to rebuild. And the other thing to worry though is they got those 3 major draft picks, but here's the thing. Name a player worth a damn that they've drafted in the past 6 seasons that wasn't named DK Metcalf. They've all been terrible. Like,
I don't think Metcalf was a great pick, honestly.
It was all right for the time. I mean,
he was the best thing they've got, though. Look at who else they've got, though. They've got Dwayne Eskridge. They've got Stone Forsythe, Rashad Penny. They've just got a bunch of washouts. Mike Ifedi. Like, they've got a bunch of bums.
Sounds really loud in there. Are they having an argument in the background?
No, they're saying goodbye because they're leaving for the next shift.
Oh,
and I go back on my break. And then they just went to the mask policy in California. And now the Monster's kicking in, so now I'm going to turn into Cornholio.
All right, Cornholio, thanks for checking in. Go laugh at the Seahawks.
1 second. I just wanted to say, my coworker actually went to Machu Picchu this week. And so we keep giving her crap and saying she went to Lake Titicaca. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I hope she had fun. All right, peace out. Short hair, Alex. All right, Aberica. Let's get a report on what it's like in Bears country after today's news.
I am the great Cornholio. I need TV for my bunghole. Are you
Okay.
threatening me?
Do you have bunghole?
I'm a bunghole. I got bunghole.
Bunghole.
That's such a good word to say, bunghole.
A Beavis.
Hey, pretty good.
I have no bunghole.
How much caffeine did you drink?
It's funny you say that because literally, just as this show was starting, I was getting back from Dutch Brothers for having a freeze, Dutch freeze, and it may or may not have had 2 extra shots going for it. So
Gotcha. Well,
I
then,
have enough TP for my bunghole.
You know what the opposite of a Dutch freeze is, right?
Yes, I do.
A Dutch oven, of course.
Yes.
All right.
About the Bears.
About the Bears.
About the Bears. Well, the Bears are doing the Bears things, and well, they're going to just continue to do what they're going to do. We know that. What was that all
Rangers
about?
scored.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, Allen Robinson wasn't coming back. We saw the lack of effort he put in a lot of different games this year, and there's no way in hell we're paying him $20 million to repeat that performance. I imagine that we're probably going to go wide receiver and offensive line in the draft because Poles has made several comments about wanting the Bears to get more fit and more athletic as long as the offensive line, which to a degree he is correct. You know, Sam Mustipher, absolutely not an option as a starter anymore. That his season last year was awful. Whitehair might move back to center, but he might also get cut depending on how Poles and Ian Cunningham want to play.
That is the most American Indian name I've ever heard. Whitehair.
Cody Whitehair, yes.
Yeah.
Went to Kansas State.
Mhm.
But there's an outside chance he could get cut because of his cap hit, and it depends on how Poles and Cunningham want to retool the roster and try to retool the cap. So as all that cap shit that Pace kind of kicked off into the future, because Pace somehow thought that we were going to be competing for Super Bowls. We have to fix that. We might as well fix it sooner rather than later if we can. There's an outside chance that other players get cut, but I think those will wait until June. And frankly, I just want to see the Bears get better internally. Like, fuck the Packers. Like, forget the fact that Green Bay is about to go into a hole of darkness as soon as Rodgers retires. Because the deal that got bandied about on the internet today, didn't that get debunked by Pat McAfee and Aaron Rodgers?
By Aaron Rodgers himself. I think the terms are even more ridiculous than $50 million. I think
might be.
They're probably bonuses. It's all bonuses.
It might be bonuses. But you and I both know that the very second Rodgers retires, Green Bay might nosedive below Detroit for some time. No matter who they draft to replace Love as the heir apparent. Because it's pretty damning with this move that Love is on his way out of town.
Oh, yeah.
Like I never got the pick of the time, too. I'm like, really? Like, you can see the old draft footage. I'm like, why the fuck are you picking a quarterback?
The only way that they were going to make that whole plan work, and I think this is what Gutekunst had in his head, is that Goody was trying to time the market on Aaron Rodgers, to time him going into a downturn. Because if Rodgers' production starts dropping off, and the team, obviously doesn't start winning as a result of it, Goody would have had the full green light to cut Aaron Rodgers and walk away from it and say, hey, I got Love to replace Rodgers because we were expecting, or our internal, the cheesecloth turned over and said Aaron's going to decline. And then Rodgers goes out and has the seasons he's had the last 2-3 seasons. So that's put Gutekunst in a pickle as far as, now what do I do? I can't justify offloading Rodgers, whether it's because he's expensive or because he's aging, because he's now an MVP
2
twice
times
in a row, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't justify getting rid of the NFL MVP. And as far as Green Bay is concerned, he is still the MVP because if he goes down and Love has to come in, you know what that looks like. We saw Deshaun Kaiser. Are you ready for Deshaun Kaiser 2 Electric Boogaloo? I am.
He's trash. He's trash. That
He is
Deshaun
not the
Kaiser.
same caliber that Rodgers is.
No,
Plain and
I think for the Bears, you just got to get incrementally better until as
The team just has to
Packers
get better from the inside.
go down. Yeah, you have to
Coaching,
keep going up. That's what the
teaching.
Giants are trying to
Yeah,
do.
you have to build a culture in Chicago so that you are building management potential. You
Yeah.
know, like the companies that keep flicking managers in and out. 5 Points, you've been in the corporate world before. You know what happens to companies that
That's
are always rotating
that's the sign
sea
of
levels.
the end. That's the sign of the
Yeah.
beginning of the end.
Yes, it
For
is.
sure. Mhm.
So,
All right,
that's
let's
my
wait
feelings on the
till
Bears.
Dodge finishes eating whatever she's eating, and now we ask her a question while she's eating. That would be the smart thing to do. All
Good job.
right, we made it to the end of the show. It's time to get wrapped up, but Dodge probably has an announcement or something to say. What's up?
I have an announcement and I have a story about today.
Oh, okay.
So, as many of you may or may not know, I work in real estate. And today I was tasked with taking a picture of a property close to the Jersey Shore, which, yay, awesome. I love going down there. Not just for the extra money, but also because, well, I can pick up a pizza from this wonderful place while I'm down there.
Ah.
Down to the show.
So I get to the property, and the very first thing I notice as I park my car is a baby doll's head on a pike right next to the driveway.
Oh boy.
That is maximum Jersey right there.
So I get close to the property, and it's very obviously boarded up. Windows are missing and broken. It obviously hasn't been inhabited for at least a year at this point. And overgrowth was everywhere, and I'm like, I'm going to get jumped. I am going to get freaking jumped by something. Thankfully, that did not happen, but that's easily one of the spookiest jobs I have been called to because, yikes.
Yikes.
You got to out crazy the crazies, you know. You got to when
I'm
you
not
go
in
into
Florida,
places.
EA.
No, it doesn't matter. If you go into any place that's really sketch, whether it be Jersey, Illinois, California, Florida, wherever, you got to kind of carry the look. Why
Yeah,
do
it's like
you
the
have
prison.
that snip of my face doing that?
Right. They say that, if you go to prison, you got to attack the biggest guy in the prison, like first day. If you go to Florida, you got to be the craziest person there. Like you need to shit in the middle of the street and no one will bother you.
You have to show them that you have a very severe case of CWPS, okay?
What's
And
that?
nobody will fuck with you after that.
Uh-huh. All right. Crazy white person syndrome. Is that?
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
AKA being a Bears fan. Okay.
Yes!
Also
Ah!
Afterbird tonight. Afterbird tonight. And
The Rangers
like
tied it up.
9:35.
Oh, Ranger. Yep. Mika's a
There you
bad.
go.
All right. Wait. Before we leave, craziest towns. Like, because Nick Leroy is saying Arizona has its crazy. Tucson is fucking nuts. Okay. Tucson has some I've seen some nutty people in Austin, Texas. And I've seen some nutty shit in San Fran, though.
San Fran's so weird.
Yeah.
So,
San Francisco's been full of hippies since the 60s, but
now
the
it's
hippies
more-
eventually bought into Apple and got money. Now they've
Yeah.
become NIMBYs.
Ooh, nasty move by Zibanejad. Forehand, backhand, forehand.
There you go.
Tie it up. Uh-huh. All right, let's wrap it up. Tree, what are you working on this week?
Working
Waco.
on a bid for March shot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I figured it was like a little time. Might as well get it done.
He's saying Michael's saying Louisville is weird. Louisville had a lot of hotties. I'll tell you that.
Never been to Louisville.
Louisville was fun. Portland. True story. One time I was in Portland and we were at a stoplight and all of a sudden I see this woman get thrown out of the car in front of us. And instead of like running for help, she tries to get back into the car with the crazy man that just threw her out of the car. And then he drives off and just leaves her in the middle of the street.
Happy
I mean, it's
International Women's Day, everyone.
Yeah. But true story. And we were like, do you need some help? And she's like, yes. And I was like, why were you trying to get back into the car? The dude just threw you into the street. Anyways, all right. I am working on. Oh, the Wild just scored a power play goal.
And it also looks like if things are correct, apparently Bobby Wagner has been told he's getting released.
Oh my goodness! What is going on? Start of the NFL year.
I'm trying to get rid of it. That's it. That's the end of an era, man. I mean,
wow. Tough day in Seacock Land.
Yep. Adam Schefter has revealed that Bobby Wagner is probably getting released.
Wow.
Well,
Swifty.
Getting cut like Deion Sanders' toes.
I think that was one of the last rounds. Boom.
Yeah, one of the Legion.
yeah,
All
I
right,
mean,
well, it's time to sign off. Dodger, any last words?
Afterburn in about 20 minutes as soon as I get stuff set up, because I also have to update OBS for reasons. And gonna have a donation goal tonight to hopefully raise some cash for a new EBSE for my car because ouch.
Yeah.
And I'm getting my taxes done tomorrow.
I gotta get.
I got my taxes done. You might see me walking funny for the next.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen to me. I'm gonna be like, oh god. Well, everything's high, so that's
I've submitted everything I can to the tax man at this point, and I'm just waiting for the number to come back to me.
Yep, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the numbers to come back. It's gonna be rough.
I hope you've got a whole jar of Vaseline. You're gonna need it.
All right. It's time to sign off. Everyone have a lovely week. We'll see you on Thursday for Clickbait. We'll have to listen to Tom and fucking Brandon's bullshit.
I know, right? It's gonna be.
I'll see ya.
Seahawks.
You made it to the end of the stream. Great show, everybody.
Bye.
Cornholio. I gotta hit end broadcast.